Alright, Shalom. Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you with another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakrak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and the 144,000 scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you. Alright, in today's lesson, we're going to go into the M.O.T.B, which is going to be, made mandatory across the four corners of the earth very soon. Alright, because those of you that are watching, you are well aware that, everything is going digital. Okay, so those of you that are watching, you're well aware that everything's going to go digital, and these elites are really going to push for that new world order. All right, it's going to be very severe out here. So those of you that are slacking, all right, those of you that that need to get right with the Lord, make your adjustments. I mean, we all have things that we all got to work on. Some people need to pray more. Some people got to study more. Tighten up. Just tighten up. Just saying the spirit, and that goes for myself as well. Because we're coming to a time that it's really gonna get very bad out here, extremely bad. Remember, Daniel chapter 12 verse 1 says that even the angels, Michael is going to have to stand up, okay? All right? So the angels are going to have to intervene. So, and that's amazing too. It's, miracles. But at the same time, that just goes to tell you how bad it's going to be out here. It's going to be so bad that, you can't rely on your own strength. Even those of you that are in the military, you can't rely like, oh, well, we have an army. Remember, the Lord's coming with angels, demons. There's a lot that's going to happen out here. A lot. So, you can't make it on your own strength. Some people will last a little bit longer than others, but no one's going to go anywhere. Because this is higher than the elites that run this world, and they have a lot of power, but the Lord is going to, remember, He's the Lord stepping in. So it's a very big deal. All right, so let's go to, we have, what is it? Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see? So to try them that dwell upon the earth. So it's a very try meaning test. Okay, it's a test because it's going to be a very heavy test. All right, that the Lord is going to test. His that the Lord is going to test, the world. All right, Revelation chapter 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. All right, so you gotta keep this word. All right, so it's not what you feel is right. Well, a lot of you say, well, I'm all right. I'll be all right. I'll be fine. You can't do it on your own will. Not saying that there's not, that there's not strong individuals out there, but you're not going to make it on your own strength. You're not going to win that battle. Okay? You're not going to win that battle. It's just something that, you have to realize, okay? You really, you Israelites out there, you really got to cleave to the Lord. All right, this is it's crunch time, and it don't matter what you're going through. All right, because the Lord's putting you through that. So don't ever get down on yourself like, oh, the Lord's just done with me, and is the Lord dealing with me? Yeah, remember, we're coming to a time of a lot of testing. The Lord's gonna test His elect on all levels. Remember, through much tribulation, must ye enter the kingdom. So the elect are gonna keep going through it, tests constantly, all the way to Yahushua gets here, to the elect are in those new bodies. So that's something you always gotta keep in mind. All right. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, because you gotta be patient in this thing. You can't just let's just say you're not doing so well, and then you just think, oh, the Lord's not dealing with me and such. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. See that? So the whole world, okay? So the whole world is going to be tried. See? All right. So the whole world. So this is because this is part of the new world order agenda, but it's the Lord's plan. All right. So the whole world is going to be tried, not just the U.S. Asia, the U.K. You know what I'm saying? The whole world. All right. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right. Very important, because the Lord is going to keep thee. Because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is going to preserve His elect. Okay? The Lord is going to preserve His elect. It's very, very important. All right? So the Lord is going to, reserve His elect. See? Alright, so that's it's very major. Alright, so let's go see. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. See? So everybody that lives on the earth is going to be tried. All right. So just to let you know, it's very coming in a very heavy time of testing. So the Lord is going to test the world. All right, but mainly His elect, because the 2/3 are going to. The 2/3 are going to be, in straits. Okay, the 2/3 are going to be in a very bad place. Okay, yeah, the 2/3 are going to be in a very bad place. It's somewhere where if you're an Israelite, you don't want to be in that spot. Because the 2/3 are going to be in other words, they're going to be in a world of hurt. In a world of hurt, So that's something that the Lord has great mercy on His elect, because the Lord is gathering His elect, but by warning them, telling them that this is what's coming on earth, this is what's going to happen. See? So because Revelation chapter 3 verse 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also, so the Lord, will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Yeah, and that don't mean 60 minutes. It just means like a season, a time of testing. All right? It's not like Revelation 18 where the Lord tells us that He's going to destroy America in 1 hour. That's literally 60 minutes. Okay, this hour is talking about a season, like a time, So it can be like 3 months, 4 months. You know what I'm saying? It can be something like that. You know? All right. So right there. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them. So try is a test. Okay. To try them that dwell upon the earth. You see? Right. So let me see here. So now let's go to Revelation, and we'll go to the 19th verse, 19th chapter. Bear with me. Let's see. Let me just grab it real fast. Alright, so let me go to Revelation. Revelation chapter 19, verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet. So the false prophet is talking about the Vatican. All right, because the majority of people on this earth worships so-called Jesus Christ. You know, a white God, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? All right, the majority of people, because the Chinese church, they believe in Jesus. Okay, I don't like saying that name, but you know I gotta say it for edification purposes. You know what I'm saying? Just to make a point, because those of us in the truth, we know that his name is Yahweh. But you know, I just gotta just say it, you know, for you know, because we don't even like saying that name because it's blasphemy. But you know, hey, it's for edification purposes. You know, so you know the so right here, okay, you know, because the Armenian church, okay, the Armenians, they worship, you know, Jesus Christ, a so-called white, you know, a white God. The Latino community, the Hispanic community, what do they believe in? A so-called white God, you know, they call him Jesus. The Chinese church, okay, the black church, you know, so by the Vatican, you know, they have deceived the masses. All right, not everybody, because of course you got Jehovah's Witnesses, you have your Muslims and stuff like that, people that believe in Buddha and atheists, yes, but the majority of people on this earth worship Caesar Borgia. Okay, and the Lord is the Lord is you know uh, you know Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, okay, he's only given his name and his truth to a small number. So the masses are fooled by the Vatican that wrought miracles before him. See that? Because they're very powerful. All right, and they're about to do some stuff out here real soon, you know? A lot of people are talking about the Project Bluebeam, when they're going to fake like an alien invasion or whatever, or put like a fake god in the sky and say, "Oh, look, the Lord's back," you know, something like that. Remember, uh, Yahweh Shai, when he gets here, it ain't gonna be no fake projection or nothing all stupid, you know. When Yahweh Shai gets here, okay, people are gonna know, because you're gonna see a gigantic spaceship, and he's gonna show up in the middle of World War III. So remember, the RFID chip has to be made mandatory first. Then we have to go through martial law. People have to go inside guillotines. It's very true. And then when World War III gets going, in the thick of it, then Yahweh Shai is going to arrive. So if it happens anytime before that, you know that it's false, you know? Which he deceived them. Very important right here. This is one of my favorite scriptures right here on the mark. Okay, because this is it's very heavy right here. There's a lot of meat right here. Okay, with with which he deceived them. Right. So very important. So with he, the international bankers, the royal elites, whatever you want to call them. Okay, the people who are ruling this earth. Okay, you guys know what time it is. All right, with him. So that he right there is talking about the elites of the society. Deceive them that had received the mark of the beast. See that? So they're gonna trick the masses. See, that have received the mark of the beast, the M.O.T.B. See, because it doesn't say that they're gonna bring that out for your benefit, that they're looking out for your best interest. No, they're gonna trick you and to believe in a lie. Just like when people took that juicy juice in the time of the pandemic, what did they put in them? They put hydrocells in them and nano tech inside them. Okay, these both were cast into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. See? All right, so that's very important right there. That's very important because they deceived. So you know what? Let's go to oh, there's the chip right there. Got the picture of the chip right there for you guys. All right, so there's the art. There's the M.O.T.B right there. Okay, this one right here. That's the one right there. Okay, see. So they're gonna put that in your hand. See. All right. All right. So let's look up that word. Let's go here. Let's look up definition. Give me 1 second. Definition. Deceive. So right here. Okay. So very important. This is why you guys gotta pay attention to the words. So right here, so these leaders, that are bringing that new world order, that chip is just to let you know because John the Revelator spoke about it 2,000 years ago. All right, so that they deceived them that had took the mark of the beast. So definition for deceive means a person or cause someone. Check it out, to believe something that is not true, typically in order to gain some personal advantage. So why might that be? Okay, anybody out there? You know, why might that be? Why would they might want to take some personal advantage of the people of the earth? Why? Because they want total control. They want total perpetual slaves in the new world order. It's not for your benefit. So let's look up some of these words and deceive, swindle, defraud, cheat, trick, a host, a fool, to lead on, mislead. See? Rip off, seduce. All right, and that's it on that. But just to let you know, because it's a lie. It's a scam, in other words. You see? All right, so this is why the Lord is warning his sheep right now. See, because it's very, very deep, the prophet is not just going to tell you, hey, don't take the chip, and it's to help you, and it's going to make your life convenient. Why would the prophets um just tell you not to take it for no reason? There's a big reason behind it. You see, because the prophets are not gonna they're not gonna, like, the prophets don't hate on people and just be like, oh well, this person's gonna bear their life, so let's lie to them, that way they don't take that chip. No, the prophets are gonna tell you what it is. you know you see, regardless. So let's go to Revelation chapter 13 verse 15 on down. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See that? So as many people as would not worship Okay, the image of the beast should be killed. So let's break this down. Verse 15, and he had power. Right. Once again, those are the elites. Okay, those are the that is the international bankers, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Okay, that the image of the beast should both speak. Okay, the image of the beast is the image is the new world order. Okay, that's the image should both speak and cause. Okay, that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, because this is why they're bringing in, all right, these these Gurger troops. They're starting to release the National Guard. Okay, that's just the beginning steps. But remember, the blue helmets are about to be released. The sleeper cells are here. Okay, you have like New World Order police out there. All right, yeah, you got a lot of heavy stuff out there for the New World Order. They're called sleeper cells. All right, so they're gonna cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast. So whoever's not down with the New World Order, which basically sums up to, if you don't take that chip of the beast, should be killed, because these draconian laws, these legislative and these executive orders, they're passing these laws. So if you don't take that chip, you're gonna be an enemy of the state, and it's gonna be the law to put you and your family to death. Some of you, they're gonna kill you right at your doorstep. They're gonna knock down your door and shoot you right between your eyebrows. Facts. Some of you, they're gonna haul off to concentration camps, which are all over the United States. They're locked and loaded and ready to go. All they need is your head. Yep. Facts. So, it ain't just, oh, hey, they're gonna, be careful, you guys. No, this is serious. They're really gonna do that. So those of you that that, because this is the Lord speaking, the prophets are just warning you. We can care less, what you do. If you hate or whatever, it's not gonna change. You're not gonna change our mind. Okay, you're not gonna change our ways. See, because the hopeful elect, the way on part of that number, are fully set in the Lord. See? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So let's break this down. And he, talking about the international bankers, calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So everybody, the elites, that he again is talking about the elites. Okay, the international bankers. All right, the left-hand side that run this society. Okay, and he calls it all, both small and great. So they're gonna cause a great phenomenon to happen. Okay, they call something. It's called order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. So they're gonna probably starve people out, and they will. But exactly how they're gonna, make an event so that the people have it so bad out here that they're gonna have to go take that chip. That's up. The Lord is that's the Lord is gonna have them play that out. So they're gonna cause something to happen. In other words, okay. So they're gonna cause. There's gonna be a lot of stuff here, happening. Maybe civil war. Maybe they'll stop the food from coming in. Who knows? But they're gonna cause a big event to happen, so that way people can go crawling to their knees to them. So they're gonna cause the chaos, just like they caused the first pandemic. They created it. All right, they said it's from bats. You believe that? There's been bats on this earth for thousands of years. Now all of a sudden, something comes from a bat. Yeah, get out of here. You see? All right. So because they're causing this stuff to happen. See? All right. Who's spraying the sky with chemtrails, giving you guys lab meat? Okay. All right. It's the left hand side. Okay. These leaders. Okay. They're causing all this stuff. See? And he calls it all. So everybody, not just the UK, not just Africa, not just Asia, not just America, the whole world. All right. So right here, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. See? So right here, uh, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right. See that? Because they're going to cause people to take that mark, which I showed you guys. Okay? The RFID microchip, which stands for radio frequency identification. So everybody, small and great, whether you have $5 in your pocket or whether you have $5 million, okay, in the bank, okay, everybody, including you police officers, doctors, those in the military, nurses, okay, construction workers, people that work in warehouses, teachers, bus drivers, people that drive the trains, okay, yes, free and bond. So even if you're in jail, even if you're in prison, they're gonna have that be made mandatory. See, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So that's the mark, okay, which I showed you guys, and that no man might buy or sell. See, because this is that chip also right here. Okay, that no man might buy or sell. So why can't you buy or sell unless you don't have that chip? Why might that be? Because it's also going to be the new digital currency. All right, because the FRNs, the Federal Reserve Note, the cash, the dinero, it's going to be obsolete. It's going to crash. Okay, we're not just going to enter, like a small recession. The dollar bill is going to crash all the way, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, and that no man might buy or sell. So this is how we also know that it's also going to be the new digital currency as well. So that, because it's a very heavy mark. Say he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. See that? Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 66. So right there, okay. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding. So this is wisdom, because this is wise, because it can save your life. This is your salvation, pertaining to salvation. It's not just, all right, let's just talk crap about the so-called white man, and yeah, we're just haters, and no, this is real. Okay, this is real life. Okay, so now our reality is becoming the world's reality, because now everybody's starting to talk about what the prophets and apostles, starting with the apostles, of course, okay, and elders on down, have been bringing out to you guys for decades from now. See, because now our reality, where people, were laughing and say, oh yeah, they're crazy and all that, now it's becoming the world's reality. All right, why? Because everyone is gonna go under the rulership of Yahweh Shai. You see? All right. Yeah, because the Lord is about to, everybody is about to be in subjection underneath the Israelites, starting from Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12, and the 144,000. All right, so this is why you Israelites are very important, because you guys are going to rule next, but the elect are going to go first. See, and then the 2/3 are going to rule. So it don't matter what the Buddhist says. It doesn't matter what the Muslims say, okay? Because the God of the Israelites, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, his words are going to stay true to the end, baby. All right, you see all these false preachers and false religions. They're switching up their prophecies. All right, they're Alazar is over here being caught being a sodomite. You know what I'm saying? All right, and the list goes on and on. Now Nate from IOIC saying that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai are the same person. All right, so you see that these false prophets are bugged out. Okay, the true prophets, their word's going to be the same. Okay, our word stays the same. It don't matter. Okay, it don't matter if they have a bad week. It don't matter if they have a good week or a good month. This word stays the same, stays solid, because this is the truth, And remember, this truth, it don't need no hot sauce. It's just the truth right here. Boom. you know, because it's straight, you know. Yeah, so that's why the Lord has the few prophets out here, but that are gonna give it to you straight, and not so much that they're just they're tough guys. It's just that no, they're really gonna tell you what it is, because the prophets really care for the sheep, and whether you mock or scoff, that's up to you. See, that makes no difference to us. We're gonna keep pushing this word, no matter what. Okay, no matter if we're in prison, no matter if they tell us they're gonna kill us tomorrow, no matter if we have a job, if we have a car, if we have a house, we're gonna still trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and we're still gonna teach this truth to the very end, baby. To the end, till the wheels fall off, baby. See, and we're gonna break it down to you as simple as possible. Not try to be all smart and use crazy words, try to be extra smart. And no, we're gonna break it to you, because give it to you real, that way you can understand it. See, we're not out here like, oh well, you can't get in, try to speak in code, and that way. Nah, we're over here, telling the people flat out what it is. All right. And this is why these elites are frustrated, these Edomites and heathens, because they're like, damn, these dudes don't stop. It's like, yeah, that's right. It don't matter what they come with and what they threaten the prophets with, because we don't serve the so-called white man. Although he may say, oh, yeah, they own us through paperwork. Remember, the so-called white man, he can't control the whole full elect. That's right. Let him get mad. I know right now Esau, the so-called white man's mad. Good. Let him mad. Let him get mad. Right now a lot of people are like, hey, Esau's getting pissed. Good. Let him get pissed. Let's see what the pussy does. Let him get mad. Good. Let's see what the bitch does. Yeah, facts. Facts. You leaders are mad at the prophets. Come show us. Come give us a little sample. Facts. You guys hate us. Shit, come show us. Shit. Haven't you guys did enough talking? Like for real. You see? And we're still laughing at you bitch asses. We don't care you get mad. That you're just gonna make us laugh. You see? Because at the end of the day, Esau, the so-called white man, you're going down and you're going to slavery. All right? You don't got a damn thing to say. All right? You have done so much treachery in this world. You got so much to pay for that you don't got a damn thing to say. Besides, go hide in your little underground city and wait to be hunted down by Yahushai, the angel, and the 144,000. Because the cat's out the bag. And the Lord's gonna get you in due time. Here is wisdom. All right, Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Why? Because these leaders, they really truly follow Satan. It's very real. We're not just just telling you that like, oh yeah, these dudes are devil worshippers. No, they really worship Satan. Okay, remember how it said that they're gonna put it in your hand? There's an example right there. Okay, all right, right here. See how it's in your hand? Right there. They're gonna put it right there, right between your thumb and your I guess your index finger, your pointer finger, I guess you would say. You know what I'm saying? See that? There's another explanation. So that way there's no excuse. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're gonna do it. They're gonna put it like with a little thingamajiggy. They're gonna put it right there. All right. So that way you Israelites out there know exactly what to look for. All right. So that way there's no excuse, because the Lord's gonna start dropping it like it's hot out here. See. So those of you that know, okay, you know what it is. Okay. Everybody has to examine themselves and get better in the spirit. Yeah, but you guys know the truth. So when this RFID chip is made mandatory, Jake got no excuse, because you've been told and you've seen it. All right. It's just like in the time of Noah, when Noah told people that it was gonna rain. Just like that, the Lord said, hey, look, this chip is gonna be made mandatory, and then I'm gonna melt the rest of these clowns. So you got no excuse, Jake. But with that, remember, the Lord has great mercy because he's going to defend his elect. So with that, that is part one. And Lord willing, tomorrow I'll do a part two, because we're going to get all this meat off this RFID, off this, the M.O.T.B. All right, so that's it on part two on the M.O.T.B. So stay strong, keep the faith, and don't worry about if you have a bad week, a good week. Just keep doing the same thing. Okay, keep it solid. All right, show the world, show the Lord. Okay, fight for the Lord. Show him that you have faith. Don't just say, "Oh yeah, the Lord with me." Oh man, No, show him. Hey, show him that you believe. Show him. Okay, love is an action. So how can you love the Lord? By keeping his commandments. All right, so we got to do the best we can out here, to follow the Sabbath, keep the laws, do the best you can. Hey, I got to work on that myself. We all got to. It's just the way it is. But so we're trying to do the best that we can, and also feed the sheep. So those of you that are able to teach, push the word. If you can't go out to the street no more, then push it on these make these videos. See? So with that, keep the faith on your feet, soldier. Shalom.